Good morning, everybody. Jack Leeson with StartupTrading.com. It is 9:04 here on February 11th, and title of the video is still in a big range, and we're basically just coming out of the top of that range. Whether or not we get through it here this week, will be we'll find out. And boy, man, there is no more annoying update than this reversal of these plus and minus buttons that Thinkorswim did over the weekend. It's going to take a long time getting used to that. It's so stupid. Anyway, moving on to the NASDAQ here, guys. We just continue to get rejected really everywhere above 21,900 roughly on this daily chart since we've been in the March contract. And, yesterday was really no different. Now, this time we have come out of the full halfway back long from Friday's low to high, and if I'm going to go to the day frame setup that I was talking about last week, I gotta actually load a different study. There we are. Let me load it here for both. There you are. All right. So looking at the day frame study, the 50% retracement of yesterday's range here in the, I'm going to go to the NASDAQ. Somehow they are both the ES. Is what I'm going to be paying attention to first. And that's going to be a 21,655. We're just above it here. As we go into the open, that's going to be an important level of support. And then as we trade that, I would like to see us get back above 21,743 here. So we got that. The midpoint is going to be 21,655 from the prior day's range here for the NQ. And if we get below that, I would be a little wary of that. We might just be heading back to the bottom of the range. And for the ES, it's going to be a 60.54. Now the ES's 60.54 is yesterday's full halfway back for the day, but it's also the higher time frame 38% retracement. So I'm really interested in that level here today. Once again, that's 60.54 as trade location if we can get down there. So that's what I want to be aware of, just based on that analysis. But then if we go back to our standard screen, the full halfway back for the ES and the NQ both traded on Sunday night gap downs. So we had this gap down Sunday night and a rally pretty hard off of it right back to the top of the range. That 38% retracement in the NQ is going to be 21,575. I would love to see if we can get down to that. I also want to be aware of drawing not from where the low of Sunday night is, but actually where that 50, the hell is that? Well, actually where that 50 is the high. You can see that's where this bid has come from in the overnight session. So that's at 21,674s. 21,674s. That's where that overnight session bid came in. If we don't hold these lows, look for that 21,575 to maybe come into play here today. And the ES, once again, let me go throw up the extended session here. That 38% retracement, if we can get it, 60.54s is really what I'm going to pay attention to for a reaction. And that if that trades, I want to see us get back above 60.71s to move forward. But really, as we go to the open, guys, I'm looking for that ES to trade that 60.54 or the NASDAQ to get that full halfway back or just this retest here. We need to get reversed back above to really confirm it, but the ES at 60.54 is at this point in time really my go-to spot. And then otherwise we're looking at 21,575 for the Nasdaq, and 60.32. So those are just going to be my actionable levels as we move into the open. I'm just going to be sitting around waiting for them, and definitely be sitting there with an actionable trade at 60.54 for the ES. So that's what I have here for the open. Nothing too fancy. Yesterday I think was kind of boring. There was just a drive off the open, and then we did nothing basically for the rest of the day. Hopefully today we get a little more action, but I'll share these levels with you guys in the room, and patiently be with